Hi, everybody. Happy April. So I wanted to put together kind of like a state of the union, state of the SEO, what's happening in the world of online marketing, what's been going well, what hasn't been for clients that have been getting a lot of leads or not too many leads. Just a quick video on 10 things that I found to be important over the last year or two, and that would be helpful for you too. So without further ado, the first thing, so when it comes to the search results on Google nowadays, um, there's there's a lot of spots, right? You've got local service ads, you've got Google ads, you've got the map, you've got the organic search results, you've got more ads on the bottom. So in total, there's like 20 spots nowadays on page one. And what I've been telling people is it's not about showing on page one now, it's about showing on page one as many times as possible. So if local service ads are an option in your industry, in your area, get on them. Google ads, showing on the map, showing organically. The name of the game isn't showing up on page one, it's showing up on page one as many times as possible. If you only show once, the likelihood is pretty low they're going to click you. If you show multiple times, the likelihood is much higher. Okay? So basically, saturate page one as much as possible. Number two, the Google My Business listing, Google Business Profile. So you can do a lot with this now, and most people are unaware. You can add pictures, you can respond to reviews, you can add FAQs, you can make posts, you can add services, you can add products. There's a lot of things to do to keep this GMB active. And that activity, similar to a website, is extremely important. The more active it is, while there's other variables, the more active it is, the better it's going to rank. And so treat your Google listing kind of like your website. Keep it active. Posts, content, reviews, et cetera, et cetera. In the same light, keep your website active. Okay. So I don't know these guys, but we'll just go to their website. So what I first look for in terms of activity is a blog. I don't see an immediate link to a blog. The blog isn't necessary per se, but you need ongoing content. Say they built this website, I don't know, some time ago. Maybe it hasn't been touched since. What has to happen? You need to continue to add videos, reviews, blogs, service pages, content, anything to keep it active, whether it's the blog or something else, activity. If this website stays stagnant, it's not going to rank as well as if it's continually added to, built out, grown, more pages, more content, more anything really. So your Google listing and your website, keep them as active as you can. Reviews. So it's really interesting how, again, using this totally random example, the third highest ranking has the third highest reviews. Second highest ranking has the second most reviews. And the number one listing has the highest number of reviews. Reviews are super, super, super important. Get as many reviews as you can on your Google listing. Try to spread it out a bit. If you haven't gotten any in the last 6 months, don't get 20 tomorrow. Because it kind of sets off flags with Google sometimes, and they can suspend the listing, they can delete the reviews. Just get it naturally. Maybe it's a couple a week or something. That's going to play a large role, because half the battle nowadays is showing up. The other half the battle is getting the call. And how do you get the call? By people looking at the business and the website and be like, okay, these guys are legit. I'm going to call them. And reviews are a huge, if not the largest factor to make that determination. Next. So live chat. We have live chat on our website. I don't know why this. Oh no, I disappeared. Oh, there I am. Okay, so let's try this way. Cool. Okay, so live chat as you scroll down on our website, for example. Voila. Having a live chat on your website, super important. It works for us and it works for a lot of clients. I would say about 1 out of 3, maybe 1 out of 4 prospective clients use this. It follows you around. It's easy to engage with. A lot of people aren't going to go to the contact page, fill out a form. Maybe it's after hours. They don't want to call. Live chat is very easy for people like that in the moment response. And if you don't respond, that's okay. You can use like the free HubSpot live chat or other options. Um, you can always set like an away message where basically if you don't respond in a certain amount of time, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, you can have a message automatically sent. Hey, sorry, we're not here. Please let us know how we can help. Leave a message. And most people do. So it's a great way to generate leads for people that want kind of a faster response. And that's everyone nowadays. You think about Uber, you think about Amazon, we all want that fast response. Um, on mobile, make sure to have call to actions at the top of the page. I go out on a lot of websites. I'm like, where's the phone number? Can't find it. On every website, whether it's, again, talking about mobile on your phone, make sure to have clear call to actions at the top of the page. Phone number, link to the contact page, email address if you want, uh, anything like that. Basically, just make it super easy for people to get in touch, regardless of which page they're on, if they're on their phone. And that's so many people now. Have coupons if you want, some type of incentive, some type of promotion, or at least the perception of a promotion. Because if someone, say you're a roofer and someone goes to 5 or 10 different roofer websites, how are they going to decide to call you besides reviews? Who has the best, who has the perception of the best price, right? Um, so if it's 500 off and all the other roofers don't have anything, who's going to get the call? The company offering the 500 off, right? Maybe it's just baked into the price. Maybe it's not actually 500 off, but the consumer is going to believe that. And so have something that makes it enticing for them to call you instead of someone else. Google ads are as important as ever. If you're not on them, I do recommend them. They work incredibly amazing for some businesses and a little bit less amazing for others. It kind of depends on the industry. Some industries just have a really high cost per click. And so for the large majority, Google ads, lo and behold, they're at the top of the page. They get the majority of the clicks. A lot of leads come in. For a lot of businesses, it just works really, really well. I know everyone wants to rank organically, not pay per click, not pay Google. I get it. But just from being in the weeds all day, every day for the last 10 years, when it comes to SEO and Google ads and whatnot, the paid ads do perform. There's no doubt about it. And local service ads. So if I search like roofer near me, these are local service ads, also called Google Guaranteed, Google Screened. They have like a million names. These you pay per call, only per call. So you can't lose, really. So well worth it. If you don't have many reviews, it is kind of hard to get ranking in them. You can see how companies with a lot of reviews are generally going to show up higher. So it's not a replacement of Google Ads. It's more so kind of like the first thing I was mentioning, showing up as many times on page one as possible. If you can show up here and maybe somewhere down here, you're in a good spot. And lastly, test your contact form. A lot of clients, I see this all the time. The contact forms on websites, they randomly stop working. There's all these plugins on websites when it comes to different functionalities, whether it's banners, whether it's contact forms, whether it's the live chat. There's a lot of different moving parts on websites. And eventually, sometimes, frequently, contact forms stop working. Sometimes it has to do with deliverability. Sometimes it goes to spam. Sometimes something just stops working and interferes with the contact form. I would recommend at least monthly, test your contact form, just fill it out. Make sure to use a different email address than yours. You can't email yourself. So if you put your email address here, it's not going to come to you usually. So just put maybe an alternative email of yours. Send a message, testing contact form, make sure you get it. I've seen too many times where the contact form breaks and no one knows. It doesn't notify you. The only way to know is someone says, "Hey, I filled out your contact form. Didn't hear back from you." It's like, oh crap. So test it just to get ahead of that. And ideally, some contact forms, like we use Gravity Forms on sites that we build. It's a contact form plugin. It stores all the submissions inside
of
WordPress. So then that way you can see if people filled it out, which is really helpful. A lot of contact forms like Contact Form 7, which is another contact form software for WordPress, it doesn't store the submissions. So could be well worthwhile. You can also have it send to other places, like into a Google Sheet, or sometimes, depending on the contact form, sometimes it can notify your phone, which is cool, like a text message. So either way, just having, it's almost like a backup. If it can go to two different places, uh, you're a little safer in case something's happening with it going to your spam and your email. Well, then it went to your phone. So then you have records in both places. So there's some tips. Hope it helps. If you have any questions, if you need anything at all, we're here to help. Google Ads, SEO, LSA, websites, you name it. Always happy to chat. Feel free to schedule a call with me, shoot me a message, call, email, always around. So enjoy your day, enjoy your April, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.